Going to get it at first. No huge harm for Springfield there. The runner's going to try to get a second. It's a dead ball, so she can't. They're going to put her back, yeah. Because, yeah, if you walk, you can do that, but the ball hit her, so that killed the play right there, so the runner has to go back to first. Which means she's probably going to steal on the first pitch, I'm going to guess, if the batter takes it. We only have last names for Mount Anthony. We're going to try to work on this as the game goes on. It's the third baseman, Bartoldia, playing first base. We kind of get the first names by them yelling them on the side as it goes. Anyway, it's Izzy Bilal pitching, and there goes the runner in second. They're not even going to risk it, so she's going to go down to second. So kind of a big part of the game here. We got second and third, 2 outs, no score, top of the first. That pitch bounced outside, so we're 1-1. The first pitch was a strike. Battery for Springfield. We'll give you the rest as we get going here. But the 1-1 pitch is way out of the strike zone. It's swung on a miss, so strike 2. So 1-2 to the number 5 batter, Bartoldi. Went upstairs with the last one. See if she tries to do it again. Right down the middle, it's foul tipped and not quite held by the catcher Stagner, so Bartoldi stays alive. It looks like Bilal is trying to work away from Bartoldi, see if she stays there. 1-2 again, upstairs, hit down the left field line, but that's going to go foul. Which probably tough for you to see an angle, but it was pretty far foul. It started off down the line, but it drifted all the way off the left-hander's foul, so we stay 1-2. Again, they're working her outside, but Bartoli timing her a little bit better here. See if they mix it up. Here comes another 1-2 pitch. Ooh, way upstairs. She did try to come inside, but it was way inside, so now it's 2-2. So pretty good at bat for Bartoldi here, but here we go. 2-2, 2 outs. Swing on and miss, and that gets her. So Bilal works out of a jam in the top of the first. Half an inning down. Mount Anthony, nothing. Springfield coming to the bat. That gives us a chance to reset things a little bit. Ray Pack is trying to set this up. So we're gonna, like I said, we're going to mess with the camera angles a little bit too as we go, as you can see.
We weren't on Facebook.
Okay. I guess we weren't on Facebook, but now we are.
We were on YouTube.
We're on YouTube. So if you're watching on Facebook, you just missed the relatively exciting top of the first inning. Right? Again, we're still working with the Mount Anthony first names as we go, but the pitcher, Sophie Berryhill, led off with a single down the left field line. Right, she went to second on the sacrifice bunt by the second batter. I think it's Allie George. Somebody listening from Mount Anthony, feel free to correct us on Facebook, and I'm sure we'll get it. Then the third batter popped back to the pitcher. Then there was a hit by pitch, and then you just saw Bartoldi strike out to end the threat. They leave 2 on. Springfield coming to bat here in the bottom of the first. Again, like we said before, first game in 23 months, so cut us some slack. We'll cut the players some slack as well as we go today, but it should be a pretty competitive game here. If you're looking for the Springfield lineup, we have Molly Leonard leading off, playing third base, and Maddie Clark batting second. Shortstop, Izzy Bilal, who you just saw on the mound, batting third and pitching. Haley Streeter batting cleanup. The center fielder, Tori Otis, the first baseman, batting fifth. Megan Stagner, the catcher, batting sixth. Megan Greenwood, the second baseman, batting seventh. Mariah Lateral, batting eighth. Leah Finley is the DH, batting ninth. And so we're just about ready to go here in the bottom of the first. Sophie Berryhill, who we said led off the game, was hit pitch down the left and around listening, will go against Molly Leonard. First pitch is a strike right down the middle. Second pitch outside, so we're 1-1. It's a nice day here in Springfield, right? It's a little chilly, but for April 20th, not too bad, right? Could be a lot worse for the season opener. It's popped right back to us. I think it's out of play. It is out of play. Hopefully did not get a car behind us. Judging by the crowd reaction, I think it was close, but I did hear it bounce off pavement, so I think all the cars escaped harm on that one. We don't have the sound effects we have in this car. They hit the sound effect of the car smashing into the window.
Right.
Anyway, the 1-2 to Leonard. Just outside ball 2. Good eye by leadoff hitter, and it's 2-2. So Leonard has seen 4 pitches. So the 5th. And right down there, popped up a little, should be playable. Second baseman pulls it, and it's 1 out. Caligo making the catch for Mount Anthony. Went away. Here's up the shortstop, Matty Clark. We get a lot of rust probably to get out for all these players too. I haven't played a softball game at least in almost 2 years. So I'm sure everybody like us just happy to be out here today. First pitch on the outside corner, strike 1. That was good placement there. We came out of, I came to this park many times between the time they last played a softball game and now. It's good to see somebody out here. There's got a little bit out in front of that one. It's going to be foul. I think it's going to drop and foul. Not sure if Barry Hill took a little off, but Matty Clark way out in front of that one. Got it off into the bat and put it into the. It didn't actually reach the parking lot, but it went foul down the left field line. But she's behind 0-2. A little bit of a breeze here blowing our stuff around. Not too bad out there. Okay, if you're just joining us, it's 0-0, bottom of the first. Springfield Mount Anthony season opener for the Cosmos. The 0-2 pitch, bounce, ball 1. Waste 0-2 pitch, didn't miss by too much. Barry Hill ready for the 1-2. Upstairs, swung and missed. Strike 3. Second out. Barry Hill mixed it up pretty well there. Went downstairs, but the 0-2 came right back up with the 1-2. A little bit of a riser. And got her. And that brings up the pitcher, Izzy Belisle. 2 out. Nobody on. 0-0, bottom of the first. Nice pitch on the outside corner. Strike 1. I don't know if you can see the batting. There's a new batting cage out in center field. A little tougher for us to get everything in the softball, baseball scenario than it is for some of the other sports. 0-1's in the same spot. 0-2 right on the outside corner. 2 really good pitches for Barry Hill. That's Belisle and 0-2 hole there. Here's the 0-2, swung on and missed. So 1-2-3 go the Cosmos after 1 inning of play. Mount Anthony nothing, Springfield nothing. We don't have any real commercial sponsors to go to it now, so we just have to talk through the breaks, but it's all good.
Yeah.
So hopefully we're not boring you too much.
Right.
I can't say due up for Mount Anthony will be Cabelia, and if we're messing up the names, please let us know right in the chat. I'll try to help you out. So Cabelia, Billert, and Mascarello are 6, 7, 8 coming up for Mount Anthony. Mount Anthony, if you're just tuning in, had a threat, and you might have missed it because we had a little trouble with the video. Had some trouble, or had a big threat in the top of the first, had second and third 2 outs, but Belisle got Bartoldi to strike out to end the threat, so here we are, 0-0. Probably about, 60 degrees out here today. There is a breeze, so it's a little chilly, but for Vermont on April 20th, I'll take it. The sun's shining. Springfield does have a few night games scheduled this year, so we'll see this place at night as well as the season goes on. And it's a totally different, season. Unfortunately, the way things worked out, we missed the whole year, so a lot of the kids that are juniors were freshmen last time they played. A lot of the seniors were sophomores, so.
Yes,
We can try to figure it out because they just called Cabelia Grace, and now we know it's Grace. You do have the first initials, so we can figure it out as it goes.
Right, yeah.
Mount Anthony, it's a pretty good hike from here. It's nice.
Yeah, it's Bennington. So
Yeah, Bennington.
Yeah. So they never go probably over Bromley, wherever it is up high.
Yeah. So it's a good bus ride on a Tuesday afternoon. But I think these teams, whereas you used to complain about stuff like that, I don't think anybody's going to be complaining about bus rides this year.
Yeah. Wouldn't want to make that trip over in the winter, though.
No.
Not for basketball.
No, it's nice today, though. So we're ready to go. It's Belisle against Cadelia here. It starts at the top of the second. Nothing, Mount Anthony Springfield. First pitch right down the middle, strike one, swung and a miss. Again, you expect the pitchers to be a little bit ahead here because the batters, again, haven't faced live competition in 23 months. The outside with that one, so it's 1-1. We have some different camera views. Mix it up so you see that camera view. That's hit pretty good to the left. The catcher from out the way. Clark picks it up. Throw to first is in time. Otis. That's a quick 2 outs for Belisle. Brings up Mascarello, the left fielder. Sounds like it's Danny Mascarello. What do you do? Softball. Other sports to try to figure out. First pitch upstairs, swung on and missed. We're way behind that one. Let's see what Belisle does with that. Oh, one upstairs, straight off that one. That was a good job because that was the same pitch as the first one. It stayed off that one, so it's 1-1. Line the right field. Will it get down? And it will. It should be a base hit, and it is. So the 8-hitter Mascarello gets a base hit, and that's the second hit of the day for Mount Anthony. That at least allows them to turn the lineup over. As Mia Halligo comes up with 2 outs. First pitch to her is upstairs. I don't know how much of a scouting report you have after 2 years, whether they know whether Mascarello is going to run or not with 2 outs, but we'll see. The 1-0. That strike on the outside corner, 1-1. See if she wants her to go at this point too, because that would again let the 9-hitter lead off if she gets thrown out. Now it's inside, ball 2. Field itself is in fantastic shape for this time of year. On the outside corner too. Not sure that Mount Anthony agreed with that one, but there it was. 2 outs. That went off. That was a good pitch right in the inside corner. Did a good job fighting it off, and the count stays 2-2. Upstairs, ball 3. It's not quite as much of an advantage as it is in baseball, but the runner will get a free start here. 3-2, 2 outs. Maybe it's a one-step head start. You never know. It could be important. Full count pitch is blooped toward third. It's going to drop foul out of the reach of Leonard. And so get another chance. And the 9-hitter, Halligo, having a pretty good at-bat here. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Pitch count not as important in softball as in baseball either. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. So that's a great at-bat from the 8 and the 9 hitters from Mount Anthony. And they have 2 on with 2 outs. And that brings up the pitcher, Berry, who lined the base hit to left field her first at-bat. Tries to do the same thing, but that's going to bleed foul into the parking lot. Didn't know this sounded good. You're waiting for the cars now, but if it wasn't glass at least, it could have got another part of the car. That's the strike, though. It's 0-1. Berry Hill has gone the other way the first couple times here. That one, it's upstairs, 1-1. Springfield shading her a little bit to go the other way as well. The center fielder, Streeter's in left center. Swings through that one, 1-2. So Belisle again, 1 pitch away from getting out of this one. Mount Anthony left 2 in the first. They have 2 on now with 2 outs. No score here, top of the second. 1-2 is bounced, 2-2. Stagner keeps it in front of her. Runners do not advance. they're going to check that ball and the plate to see what it. So 2-2, 2 outs, no score here. Top of the second, Mount Anthony and Springfield. Mount Anthony had 2 on. They had second and third in the first inning. Bilal got a strikeout to end that one. She's trying to do the same here. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Berryhill didn't like it, but Bilal is out of the jam. And we're still scoreless. Mount Anthony has left 4 through 2 through an inning and a half here. No score between Mount Anthony and the Cosmos. Work with our. Did you kill it, Kristen?
Go again. See?
We'll get to the other one. Okay. Sorry, we're just dealing with the technology here. We're getting there. It's opening day. Softball and like sports has a little more room to cover, so you can see the different camera angles that we have. Got some insets one that we could mess with too, but we'll see. We're going to stick with this one for the most part. You can see the pitch. It's going to make it a little harder to see some of the outfield stuff, but let us know. You can see again, like I was talking about, the new batting cage out in center field if you look close. But 4, 5, 6 for Springfield. They went down 1, 2, 3 in the first, so it'll be center fielder Haley Streeter, then Tori Otis and Megan Stagner for Springfield. But it's Streeter batting cleanup, leading it off against Berryhill. We had 2 strikeouts to end the first. Lefty deal, strike 1 right down the middle. It's hard to tell from here, but I don't think the sun is a big factor today. The 0-1 swung through at 0-2. You can see the movement from here. Berryhill has pretty good movement on the pitch. That was coming in on Streeter's hands. And now she's got a little bit of leeway to mess with here, 0-2. There's the 0-2. Outside, swung through a strike 3. After leadoff hitter Molly Leonard popped to second, it's been 3 straight strikeouts. Mount Anthony has trouble throwing the ball around also. Something that will come with time, I think, first game out. Expect that kind of thing. Up now. Again, 3 straight strikeouts, all swinging for Berryhill. Was retired the first 4 here. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Home plate umpire tells it was just off. Berryhill probably thinks that was about the same pitch that she struck out on, but I think it was a little more outside. There's the 1-0 pop foul over our heads into the parking lot. I don't think there were any cars that way. I think. No. Might have hit the concession stand behind. Or where they keep the equipment. Yep. Yeah. It's 1-1. Otis swings through that one. You can see that was moving outside. So Berryhill doing a good job mixing it up here to the first 1 1/3 innings. She's ahead of Otis 1-2. Coach Annie Blyka rocking the shorts down there in this weather. Outside ball 2. Again, that was a pretty good miss at 1-2. Now it's 2-2. See what she comes back with. 2-2. Outside ball 3. Now she's got to come get her. So Otis doing a good job laying off a couple pitches. And now the count is full. And popped up. I think it's going to be out of play, and it is. Back almost the same spot the last one was. So Otis has seen a lot of pitches here. 7th pitch of the at-bat. See if Berryhill comes and challenges her. Try it again. Fouled another one off. So pitch 8 of the at-bat, unfortunately, has lost all the available softballs for now, so we have to go dig into the reserve stash to see what we can find. The major leagues, when the ball just goes out like that, it's done, but I think here we can kind of get him back. We don't have that kind of budget here. 8th pitch of the at-bat, still a full count. Ball 4, that's a great at-bat from Tori Otis. It works out a walk. Otis was behind 1-2. took a couple of close pitches and then worked out a walk. Playing her to bunt, which is interesting, but 1 out. But we'll see. There's the ball. Ball's on a little bit. And sometimes it happens, and that bat like Otis had can throw the pitcher off. Let's see. There's another ball down low. Now 2-0. I might see Stagner giving the take sign here. We'll see. Here's the 2-0. Ball 3 low again. Definitely taking here. There's a strike. Actually, it was on the outside corner. It was not down the middle, but 3-1. Expect her to try to challenge Stagner here. That was a strike, a high strike. But a strike nonetheless, and it's 3-2. Get the old not you from the third base coaching box means he probably thought it was a ball. 3-2. That's a strike down the middle. Not much doubt about that one. That was right down the middle, and there's 2 away. 4th strikeout for Berryhill, and that is a big confidence builder because she had lost the zone a little bit here. It brings up Megan Greenwood, the second baseman. That's a ball high. So Springfield doing a good job of making her work a little bit out there. Berryhill is getting a little bit frustrated. A little timeout here as the home plate umpire having a little trouble with his mask. Actually, not the mask that he's wearing, but the mask, the COVID mask. You have to discern between the two these days. There's a lot of dirt in there too. I'm sure some of that gets the mask. That can't be comfortable. There's a strike. Yeah, the clay, I'm sure, cannot be comfortable if that gets inside your COVID mask. The one that squares the bunt, and the ball's low. 2-1. It's an interesting play with 2 outs, but we'll see. Here's the 2-1. There's a grounder to second. Has a play either base to go to second. That one trip, but Springfield puts it in play. No runs, no hits. No left after 2 in Springfield. It's nothing Springfield. Again, we don't really have any sponsors, so we have to talk through the break here. So you can feel free to sponsor us, I guess, if somebody wants to throw us this. But that's up to the athletic director, Rich Sapak, like I said. Adam McAllister saying it's his 16th year here, which is a lot of years. Oh, right, because you got to take the year. Right, yeah. Yeah, right. And we don't mean to belabor the point, but we're just happy to be here today. And it looks like the game. Both pitchers look like they're doing well. It'll be 2-3-4 for George leading it off, the center fielder who laid down a sacrifice bunt. A little bit of a delay because Megan Stagner was one of the last outs, so she's coming out here now as we wait, and we'll see. I think that scoreboard's been there. It's 16 years old. Yeah. Is it that old? The 80s? Oh, we got old. Is there a pencil with an eraser up here? That's an interesting request. Let's see. I got a bunch of pens. I'll put one that needs a marker. Oh, yeah, I think he's going to get the same thing as the phone goes off. We're looking for. No. Yeah, I don't have any, unfortunately, either. But anyway, we're back to play. It's Allie George leading it off against Izzy Belisle. Has pitched 2 shutout innings so far. No score, top of the third. First pitch, up high, ball 1. Again, George sacrificed bunt on the first pitch last time, so she hasn't seen much from Belisle yet. Here's the 1-0, up high again, 2-0. 1 walk so far for Belisle. I think that was her only 3-ball count. She's been pretty much around the strike zone all day here. And that one's down, ball 3. That was the announcer's jinx there. So this should definitely be a take up to Belisle to throw this one in for a strike. The 3-0, right down the middle, strike 1. Now Now it's a tough one, too, for the leadoff hitter. Sometimes the leadoff hitter will take 2 in a row, but we'll see. Sometimes you get a nice pitch, you want to hit it. 3-1, doesn't matter. It's up high, ball 4. So leadoff walk for George, and Mount Anthony has the leadoff runner on for the second time in 3 innings. They did that in the first inning, and they followed with a sacrifice bunt, but now they have the number 3 hitter up. First pitch is up high again. No sign of a bunt there. The 3-hitter shortstop Getty. Oh no, bounced to third, right at it. Nice stop by Leonard. She's going to go to first. Long throw, and it gets by Otis. That's going to let the runners advance. George is going to go all the way on to score. It's a long way to the fence there, and that allows Getty to go all the way to third. And Mount Anthony leads this 1-0. It's a long way from first to the fence, a lot longer than some other parks, and that allowed Mount Anthony to go all the way to third and score a run on that. First pitch to the third baseman Crossman is up high. So Mount Anthony in business here, lead 1-0 in the top of the third. Infield is going to stay halfway. It's a tough call because there's nobody out, but I don't know how many runs you're going to get today. And there's a grounder right to short. Runner holds, so Matty Clark's going to go to first. Now the runner comes home. Do they have a play? They do, and they're going to call her out at home. It's a double play. So that's a great play to try to get out of that. It went from Clark to Otis to Stagner to complete the double play. And that was really close, and there's no replay here in Vermont High School softball. So the umpires will not be going to the headsets to check that one. Yeah, then it goes in the book as a 6-3-2, actually. Double play. So immediately there's 2 outs and nobody on base. And that brings up Bartoldi, the first baseman, who struck out in her first at-bat. 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch is a ball. Yeah, in early seasons, you expect some of that stuff. I mean, the runner tried to go. Ooh, that was way outside. It goes all the way to the backstop ball, too. Getty took a lead off third and tried to go home and to throw across from Clark to Otis. But the throw to Stagner was in time to get her. 2-0. Swung on and missed. It was a big swing, just like in the first at-bat. Bilal working away to Bartoldi. Bartoldi fouled off a few pitches before striking off in the first at-bat. Went after that one upstairs, and that will be in the parking lot. See if we get that one. I might have got a truck. Well, the trucks are built to take those, right? As long as it doesn't get the glass, the trucks can take those. As long as it doesn't get a windshield or something. Yeah. In fact, there's a lot of trucks parked down the left field line. I think a lot of people are not afraid to park their trucks there. 2-2. Count here, 2 outs. Oh, that hit her right in the elbow. Doesn't rub it as she goes down to first, Bartoldi. You can see she's pointing at it. Hit her right square in the elbow. Still hasn't rubbed it, though, down at first. They're not wearing any arm pad either. That brings up Grace Cabellia, who flew to left. Actually had a pretty good at-bat her first time. Just didn't quite get a hold of it. And there's no real fence. There is a fence, but it's deep. And had a big hack at that one and fouled it back, too. So a couple of good swings for Cabellia here in the game. We're in the top of the third. 1-0. Mount Anthony just got a run. And the count was 0-1. Took a little bit off that, and that's a great pitch from Belial. Saw those big swings and threw a changeup. Cabellia is out in front, and now she's behind 0-2. So 2-inch fastball grounded. Clark has to move a little bit. Nice play. Kind of got it barehanded, but threw it a little quick, and it goes away. So Bartoldi going to go to third, and that's going to set up first and third with 2 outs. Clark got there, but had a little more time than she thought, I think. Greenwood wasn't quite there yet. Again, first game. And we got first and third for Macy Billard, the catcher. The loop to right looks like it's going to stay up, and it does. Stays up just in time for lateral and makes the catch, and Springfield escapes with only 1 run. There was not a hit in that inning. And Mount Anthony left 2. So it could have been worse. 1-0 Mount Anthony as Springfield comes to bat here in the bottom of the 3rd. Springfield will have 8-9-1, which is Lateral, Finley, and Leonard. Only had 1 base runner so far, and that was a walk from Torrey Otis, the 5-hitter. But again, it looked like they were going to be in a lot bigger hole than they are right now. Down just 1-0. We pointed this out a couple times, but it's going to take some time. I think usually it's the first time they've seen live pitching in a game, at least. You know, in what, 23? I keep bringing it up, but about 23 months since last, June. So probably maybe 22 and a half months.
Yeah.
Mount Anthony has left 6, by the way, now through 2 innings. He had another runner thrown out of the plate. So if Springfield does win this game, they'll think that they had some chances to put him away and have not so far. Springfield, as I said before, has just had the 1 base runner, and that was Otis. The announcer for the New York Yankees, John Sterling, says Lateral leading off here. Was like, how many times does the person that made the last out lead off? And then he followed that up with 1 and 9. That's the math. Anyway, it is Lateral who did catch the last one, leading off here in the bottom of the 3rd. They're playing her to kind of bunt here. We'll see if she does kind of half square there, but the ball is low, ball 1. Crossman is way in at 3rd for the 1-0 pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner. Didn't square that time. There's a big hole if she can get. I mean, they're playing her really shallow here if she can get a hold of one. And kind of half bunts that, and it goes foul. So now it's 2 strikes. Now they can back up a step or 2. 1-0 Mount Anthony, bottom of the 3rd. 1-2. High, strong on, swung on a miss. So that's strikeout number 5 for Berryhill. She went upstairs with that one. And it brings up Malia Finley, the DH. And they're going to play her shallow again. From the old days, they had those slap hitters. As they come up and try to slap it. Finley chases one upstairs for strike 1. It's somebody with some speed. You used to see it a lot in college. You don't see that anymore as much. The one tried to get in on her hands and was really inside. Timed it pretty well, but it's 0-2. Yeah. Right, yeah, you don't see that much anymore. The 0-2, right on the outside corner, strike 3. That's a great job by Berryhill. Strikeout number 6, and there's 2 away. Back around to the top of the order, Malia Leonard, who did not strike out. Good swing before that. So we'll see. First pitch right down the middle, strike 1. A little trouble with the control in the 2nd inning, but none so far in the 3rd, nothing breaks. The 0-1. There's drilled to left field. That's going to hold up. But it's going to go over the head. The left Corella kind of died a little bit for April. The game field, but it's now 1-2-3 with the Cosmos. After 3, Mount Anthony 1, Springfield nothing. So we're already through 3 here as we're flying along through this one. Well, softball, if there's not a lot of runs, usually the game goes pretty fast. And if both pitchers are throwing strikes, a couple of walks here and there. That'll give some hope for Springfield, though, as that was the first batter, 2nd time around. And that was a really good swing. It just kind of died a little bit and left. And there's a fence here, but it's way out there. It's a slow pitch fence, so I don't think any fast pitch, unless you get some of those college girls, but I don't think anybody here is going to reach the fence. Especially because it's mushy out there. You're probably not going to get the run like I played my golf game and hit it low and just watch it skip as far as it can. Not going to get any of that this time of year. It's going to die in the mud. 8-9-1, but for Mount Anthony here in the fourth. But Mascarello, who leading off, and again, by the way, the person who made the last out is up again. So do the math. The chance of having twice are 1 in 81. Is your probability lesson for the day. But Mascarello and Pelago, 8-9, both reached base their first time. While first, it was Mascarello who got a hit and Pelago who walked. They were both with 2 outs second. And for the second inning in a row, Bilal got out of a jam with a strikeout by striking out Barry Hill. Behind 1-0 here, that ball bounces 2-0. Again, just like the hitters, I said the pitchers are ahead, but they haven't pitched in almost 2 years either. So, against live game at least. 2-0. Pulup, that's going to be trouble because in front of anybody. And Clark makes a play and she does not. But that's going to go down as a base hit. That was going to be a tough play. Kind of no man's land. Hit off the hands and blew just behind Belial in front of the shortstop, Clark. And Clark didn't get it cleanly, but she wasn't going to have it play anyway. And that means Mascarello is 2 for 2. Only been 3 hits in the game, and Mascarello has 2 of them. And now we'll see the 9-hitter whether Pelago tries to bunt. Springfield playing nowhere. Just a lot of here. Taking a shot. There's not many teams that have not swinging big first. Nobody up. Now she squares the bunt. That's a pretty good one in front. Stagner played it first, and she got her barely. Nice play by Stagner. It'll go down as a sacrifice 2-3, and it moves the runner over. 1 away. Kind of died a little bit in the ground and didn't go as far as Pelago would have liked, but it was a very good sacrifice. And we got 1 out. Brings up Berryhill, who lined a single first at bat, struck out the second time. And bloops one. That could be a little trouble, but close to left field. Now it's going to be Clark who drops it. It looked like a fair ball, and it is, but no advance from the runner who had to tag up. Again, it was getting away from Clark the whole way there, and it was just inside the third base line. But the only good news there is that the runner from second could not advance because she had to tag up. Had that happen with 2 outs, that would have been much worse. Courtesy runner for the pitcher coming in. The first time it was we're trying to get the mask on over there. So we got first and second. Again, for the 4th straight inning, Mount Anthony has 2 runners on base. They've left 6 of them on and only plated 1, which is why it's 1-0 Mount Anthony here at the top of the 4th. Cannot see who that is over at first. I have a couple names. Chantar Calivio, I think it is. Sorry if you don't know. Can't see what's written down here too much. Next game we'll have it fall straight now. We know it's Allie George at the plate, the center fielder who just took a ball. And we know that she sacrificed, bunted, and walked. So she threw 2 at bats and I hit her on the elbow. That was a little bit of a tough one because it wasn't that far inside. But it didn't look all intentional for George. It's frustrating for a pitcher, though, because it wasn't all inside. And Coach Blake is going to talk about that a little bit. I wouldn't call it an argument, but he's questioned because it wasn't really that far inside. It was not a strike, though, so I guess that goes down as a hit by pitch. But, when you're leaning in to try to hit the ball, so that's a tough one for an umpire, too. It wasn't blatant. But either way, the bases are loaded now for the 3-hitter, Getty, who has put the ball in play twice, and that one's way high. This is a big part of the game for Springfield. Again, they've gotten out of 3 jams so far. Can they get out of a 4th? Bases loaded, 1 out. There's a 4th every base, but it is the 3-hitter up right now. That one's up high. Now it's 2-0. So you would think for Taya, this would be a pitch that she might want to hit if it's a strike. But we shall see. Playing her very deep in center field, by the way. And it's outside ball 3. So 3-0, 1 out, nowhere to put her. The 3-0 pitch is ball 4. And that will walk in a run. Mascarello, who led off the inning with a single, trots home, and it's 2-0 Mount Anthony. Eddie gets an RBI, which is the first of the day because the other one came on an error. And it's 2-0 Mount Anthony, and Springfield's far from done. It's Crossman who hit into the double play last time, the cleanup hitter, with the bases loaded and still 1 out, and now 2-0 Mount Anthony. Pop straight up in the air. It's going to be lateral. Call it infield fly, which is going to create a mess here because the batter's out. Runner can still come home, and she's safe at the plate. So the run scores. I think Mount Anthony's going to be really upset when they figure out that the batter is out here because I think they called it infield fly. I think that's my partner said here. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to figure that out. And Coach Blake is going to figure that out. The batter's out, which is interesting because that was Mount Anthony's not going to argue that too much, but there was nobody anywhere near that ball. So, but anyway, the run scores. I'm not really quite sure how to score that. It's an out. The batter's out, and I don't know if that counts as a sac fly or not. We'll discuss the scoring people after this, but we know there's a grounder to short. Clark has to throw to first to end this. Throws to Otis. It's a wild throw though, so 1 run scores. The second run's going to come home as well, and that's going to make it 5-0 Mount Anthony. As Bartoldi puts the ball in play, and it creates 2 more runs. And we're back around to Grace Cabelli already. So it's turned into a big inning for Mount Anthony. Now leads 5-0. Pop straight up in the air again. That's going to be trouble with 2 outs. Greenwood's lifting over Clark, going in and makes the play. Wynn played havoc with that, but finally Springfield's out of the inning. But not before Mount Anthony plates 4 runners. They just did get the 1 hit to lead off the inning, but it's 5-0 Mount Anthony after 3.5 here at Springfield. Runners, yeah. So infield fly, we can do some rule stuff. If you have an infield fly, the runners can advance at their own risk. So if the ball hits the ground, you can go, but you're not forced anymore to go. So if they would have put that tag, now it was a close play to plate. I think the umpire got that one right, though. I think she was safe. So in that advance, yeah. But usually the infield fly is reserved for when it's just a easy pop up. That was going to be a tough play the whole way. Right. Well, but yeah, the point is, yeah, you're right. Like Adam's saying over there, you're trying to protect the runners. Hopefully, and like I said, we do have another camera angle, but I think that makes it tough to do, suppose, without somebody professionally switching it back and forth, right? So as the season goes, you might get this cool thing. Like this was a cool one. I don't know if you're watching at home, right? Could go with this one, but then if the ball's hit to kind of right field, you kind of lose it. But maybe we'll try this for an inning and see. Field this way, but then if it goes to left field, also you can't see it. So we'll stick with this one for now. Yeah, I mean, it was right off the bat, and I think, right, as long as the ball, I can take the chance that the ball, if they catch it and you leave, you can still get thrown out, you know. So, yeah, normally an infield fly, the ball's caught. Anyway, it's 2-3-4 in the first pitch, and Barry was way inside. She did have a little time to, yeah, right. 2-3-4. It's Clark, Belisle, and Streeter for Springfield, who's still looking for their first hit here. Clark's ahead 1-0. Excuse me. There's fouled straight back. Good timing that. Again, it seems like from here, and I'm not a professional softball watcher by any means, but it seems like Berry Hill's got some really good movement on their pitches. You can see it either drifts in or drifts out, and it makes it hard to read exactly where it's going to end up. The 1-1 goes outside with it, and again, Clark fouls it back. So good timing on these two, but she's fouled both back, and now behind 1-2. Molly Leonard is for the third out last inning, hit the ball by far harder than any Springfield person has hit it so far today, but it was caught and left. There's the 1-2, swung on and missed. So again, went outside with it. And here's strikeout number 7 for Berry Hill, and it has a little bit of a lead to work with at 5-0. Mount Anthony had threatened in the first 3 innings and left 2 on in each of them, and they took advantage in the fourth, scoring 4 times. And that's where we are now. It's 5-0 Mount Anthony here in the bottom of the fourth. Belisle, the pitcher, stepping in. First pitch swung. Other than the second inning, very off the zone, she's been pretty flawless so far and throwing nothing but strikes. Swung through it again, strike 2. Yeah, it's hard to see from my angle, but there is a decent crowd. It's a nice day. Like I said, it's not warm, but it's not bad. They're striking the outside corner. Very good right now. 8 strikeouts for her, 2 in each inning. And now she faces Taylor Streeter with outs.
Difficult problems with crowds because, well, you know, more people.
Yeah, when it gets a little warmer, Streeter that one. See if Barry Hill. We haven't seen much of a change from her yet. She hasn't really needed one. The one out the corner, strike 2. Streeter asking how she was going to hit that one. That was either right on the outside corner, or just off. Hit your spots and players give it to you. Just off. Huge all the way down to first base. In the bottom of the 4th. Season opener for the Cosmos, who were rained out a couple days ago. 0-2. Down the 3rd. Picked up, thrown the 1st. We continue the streak of 2 strikeouts per inning. That was Crossman to Bartoli, by the way. But 1, 2, 3 go the Cosmos. So after 4 here, and Anthony 5, Springfield nothing. And Anthony asking for more runs, and they're already up 5-0. Well, it's warmer than until I think by the time they get the night games going in May, it's warmer and lights are on and people. Yeah. People got to work, and it'll be nice, I think, to have, you know, we still got to be a little bit careful here because we're not completely out of the woods. Slowly but surely. Yeah, you know, soccer was kind of hit or miss sometimes with, you know, and it was tough in the fall. Just got through the fall. Winter was really tough because we had the spike in December, and thankfully we got some games in, and appreciative to everybody that made that happen because it has not been easy for anyone, especially for Rich Sapak and the people there. There's a lot of stuff they had to go through to put these athletes on the field and the courts and whatever it was in the fall and the winter. So, yeah. Right. And I don't think, you know, I haven't seen any huge outbreaks as it relates to athletics. So. I think this one's a little. Well, I looked like she was ready to go. It's Billard leading off. Mount Anthony batted 8 in the top of the 4th, so we're back around 7, 8, 9. Billard, Mascarello, and Palago. Pitch is blooped to second. Tough play for Greenwood, and nobody's going to get it. That's going to go as a hit. Not sure anybody was going to have a play at first on that one anyway. That's hit number 4 unofficially for Mount Anthony. They've all been singles, and leadoff hitter's on for the 4th time in 5 innings. Mascarello at the plate now has 2 of those hits. He's 2 for 2. And lines one right at Clark, though. Steps on the bag, throws the first, hits a double play. Mascarello was 2 for 2. Doing double play. Clark picked it up, stepped on the bag, threw the first for a double play, and suddenly there's 2 actually a second double play for Springfield today, who had one in the 3rd inning. That one went 6-3-2. This one just goes 6-3. So Clark and Otis involved in both double plays. There's 2 away. Again, Palago with a big hack at the first pitch. For a 9-hitter, has some big swings. But hasn't had an official at bat yet. She walked in the 2nd inning and laid down a sacrifice bunt back last inning in the 4th. Popped up, should be playable. Looks like Leonard going to a 3rd makes the play and 3 away. So it wasn't 1, 2, 3, but as quick an inning as you'll have for Springfield. We'll see if they can get the bats going here. They trail 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Yeah, it seems like, yeah, I mean, you know, hopefully by, you know, I'm biased as a soccer coach, but hopefully by the fall we'll be back to some normalcy, and that'll be.
Of course, they sort of releasing some of the restrictions. And, yeah, it's like July 4th.
Yeah, and that seems to be the date. July 4th, if you can't hear, seems to be the date that people are shooting at to try to get, we'll have to see it just to make sure. But yeah, I mean, it's about, yeah. Yeah, right. And so hopefully everybody goes, and by the fall, like I said, we'll be good to go. And by that late summer, like you're saying, yeah, fall comes fast. So it's 5-6-7 for Springfield. Tori Otis, Megan Stagner, and Megan Greenwood. Otis, the only base runner for Springfield so far, reached in the second inning walk, and that was a great at bat from her. She got behind 1 and 2, fouled off a couple pitches, then worked out a walk, and that seemed to throw Berry Hill off for a little while. But she recovered to get out of the second inning, and she's now retired 8 in a row. Back to Otis. First pitch to her is drilled to center field, hit pretty hard, but looks like it's going to be right at the center fielder, who makes a running catch getting away from her, Allie George. So both Springfield players that have hit the ball hard have been, at least right near. That was actually a pretty good play from George, who had to move a little bit. Can't aim it too much in these sports, and that's what allowed out for Springfield, went away. Brings up Megan Stagner. First pitch right down the middle for strike one. So I think first game out, again, Berry Hill has struck out 2 in every inning so far. She'd have to get the last 2 to do it here. Tries to square in a bunt, but it's fouled back. That puts Stagner behind 0-2. I haven't seen Berry Hill mix it up speed-wise too much so far. Let's see. There's a pitch outside, ball 1. Good waste pitch, though. Just missed outside. Berry Hill ready for the 1-2. Out corner, strike 3. Just missed with the 0-2. Brought the 1-2 in a little bit for strike 3, and now that's the 9th strikeout. It looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for Springfield. It's going to be Jillian Muther, I believe. In the 5th. Big swing the first one, but swung to strike 1. Upstairs stayed off that one, 1-1. So the only base runner 3 base was the 1 out, 1-1 downstairs, 2-1. Maybe the first 2-ball count in a while here for Berry Hill. Here's the 2-1. Outside corner, strike 2. She lived in that spot a lot of the day. Not a bad place to be, right on the outside corner. It's 2-2 with 2 outs. Same spot it was bounced the first. But a pretty easy play down there, but put the ball in play. Bartoldi makes the play, but it's the first time that Berry Hill has not struck out 2 in an inning. Regardless, that's 11 in a row, retired by Berry Hill. We're through 5 here. It's Mount Anthony 5, Springfield nothing. Yeah, I'm a Yankee fan too, so grew up in Connecticut. Yeah, I shouldn't do that. It's bad. It's actually kind of dicey when they do it. When they throw it's funny, but you have to be careful even when you throw the home run balls back, because you could, by accident. It's not like those people know where to throw the ball. You get it to left fielder in the back or the back of the head, even worse. Right. Right. Yeah, you should get thrown out for that. Yeah, Muther is going to stay in the game, by the way, and play second base. See if Mount Anthony makes any changes here. As they have the top of the order coming up. So it's a pitcher, Berry Hill. It's actually 1 for 3. Singles struck out and reached on an error in the 4th inning, part of that rally where Mount Anthony scored 4 runs and only 1 hit. And that hit didn't even get out of the infield to go up 5-0. Oh, and my roster just blew away. So hopefully I don't make any more changes. Yeah, we'll figure it out. There's a line drive. Gets past Clark for a base hit. Would have been a tough play. I just heard me say I didn't have a hit out of the infield, and Berryhill rips one to center for a base hit in the first hit. So courtesy runner for the pitcher getting a lot of work because it's the 3rd time she's been on base so far today. Yeah, I don't know about that rule either. Yeah, I don't know about that rule, but I don't make the rules, so I think it's another person to get in and say, Allie George is now up. Takes ball 1. George is 0 for 0 actually. He's had an official at bat, but has scored twice. Sacrifice bunt in the 1st, walk, and then a hit by pitch, which was a big play in the 4th inning. Swings that one inside. Got a piece of it. It's a foul ball. Runner goes to second, but she's going to be put back because it's a foul ball. Five nothing Mount Anthony, top of the 6th. It's a tall order for Springfield here. Here's a foul ball. Who has not have a hit yet today and has only had 1 base runner. But things have happened. Count 1 and 2 here, George. And it came inside again and almost hit her. George does crowd the plate a little, and that's what caused a little bit of controversy on the hit by pitch. But again, she's entitled to be in the batter's box. 2-2, downstairs 3-2. Stayed off that. Had a notion to go after it, but did not, and it was downstairs. So now the count is full. Let's see if they start the runner at first. 3-2. Punch toward first. Otis is going to step in the bag for 1. That's all she's going to have. Right? And that was wise. Didn't really have a play at second there. So it's not a sacrifice bunt, but it acts as one. As it pushes the runner over to second, and we've got 1 out. And leaves Taya Getty, who had a bases-loaded walk for an RBI, is actually 0 for 2. Popped up and reached on air. That's hit to left. The bloop's going to be a tough play for Clark going back, and she does not get there. It's going to be a hit. Now the runner's going to try to go to third. She's not forced, and she's going to be out by a lot. Getty moves up to second. So I guess that's going to score as a hit. Hey, you got some tough scoring plays today. So that'll be a hit. It's not a fielder's choice because it's a hit. But the runner's out 5 now. Get a double. First pitch to the cleanup hitter, Crossman is fouled back. Again, season opener, we're going to see stuff like that. I'm not sure if the base runner knew that she wasn't forced at that point because there was nobody behind her. Clark had a pretty easy play to Leonard to get her for the second out. Bilal comes inside again. It's fouled back 0-2. Crossman taking some big hacks up there. Yes, you're up 5-0, 6th inning. You can take some big hacks, right? Mm-hmm. She's behind 0-2 now, though. And Bilal smartly coming in on her hands again, but Crossman fights it off. Stays 0-2. Took a little off that one. It's going to stay fair, and it's going to be right on the line. Stagner picks it up, and it's going to be an infield hit. The runner goes to second. She's out at second, and that's going to end the rally right there. So tried to pick up a run there. Crossman tried to go to second, did not slide. I think the umpire's kind of signaling that a little bit too. I think if Crossman slid, she might have had a better chance there. Did not slide, but was thrown out by Bilal. Second threat. So now he gets 3 hits then, but does not score. It only leaves 1. But they still lead 5-0 in the boxes. It can be a funny game that Mount Anthony, in the inning, they only scored. In the 4th inning, they scored 4 runs. They only had 1 hit. That inning, they had 3 hits. They didn't score any runs. But again, they still lead 5-0, and Springfield has had all kinds of trouble with Berryhill, except for a couple of hard hit balls with both turning outs. They do not have a hit as we head to the bottom of the 6th, and it'll be hitters in. Unfortunately, our roster kind of blew down to the side there, so if they do put any subs in, we'll have to look for crowd support to figure out who they are. Yeah. So it's Lateral, Finley, and Leonard scheduled to come up here in the 6th. Oh, yeah. And actually, yeah. Rich Stapak points out the subs are actually written on the top of the scorebook, so we don't have to do that. Yeah. They're there somewhere. Anyway, but it is Mariah Lateral leading it off here. She squared the bunt her first time up, but did not. That pitch is outside for ball 1. They're playing her that way for Mount Anthony, at least at third base. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. 9 strikeouts for Berry Hill. So the only thing she did not have 2 in was last time. She has not strikeouts. Yeah. Has been most of the day. Right down the middle. She mixed it up. She went outside with the first 2, then came back kind of inside with the third, and that's strike 3. Number 10 strikeouts for Berry Hill. That brings up Malia Finley, the DH. For her strikeout, excuse me. Finley was a strikeout victim in the third inning, or all the way under the bat. You don't get any hits, too. You get many at bats. This is only the second time around. As Finley swung second swing, game just about done. 2 goal. I think good waste by Berry Hill. One stretch. 2 just outside ball. And 2 in a row right now. 2-2. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Nothing they could do with that. Strikeouts looking. That's strikeout number 11 for Berry Hill, and we're ball 1 down. The 1-0. There's a strike on the outside corner. No, when you want to swing it when you're ahead in the counter. 1-1. Line to third, right at her again. Crossman makes a big play and throws the first. The old how do you do from Crossman over there. It keeps the no-hitter alive. And Springfield goes 1-2-3. Molly Leonard had a really tough day at the plate with luck. He's lined into 2 outs. 6 in the books here in Springfield. It's Mount Anthony 5, Cosmos nothing. And we talked before that it's going to be tough because there's, it's the first day out. Yeah, haven't played a game, right? Yeah, well, and Springfield's been in the game here. They've hit a couple balls hard. I mean, Leonard especially hit that liner to left and then hit a rope just then at third. That was just it was a good play by Crossman, but it was a nice short hop for her. You can't really hit it harder than that. That's the way it goes sometimes. Emma Snyder is in the game and left for Kayla Qualsh. I think that's the only change. I have my makeshift roster here. It's still Belial on the mound, and it will be 5, 6, 7, Bartoldi, Cabellia, and Billard for Mount Anthony. who now has 7 hits, by the way. They had 3 in the last inning and didn't score. They run into a few outs. They ran into 2 last inning. I think they've had 3, 4 outs on the base path. Not really cost them so far as they lead 5-0 thanks to the pitching of Berryhill. Slight delay here as we wait for the umpire, but the game has moved along so far. Not to jinx it, but for the pitch, his line is second. Picked up. Uther makes the play, throws the first one out. One pitch went out. I'll keep things moving. Grace Cabellia, who is 0 for 3, flown to left, got reached on an error, and then popped to short. Has put the ball in play 3 times. It's upstairs. In fact, Belial had 2 strikeouts in the first 2 innings. That's all she's had for strikeouts. It's the 2 strikeouts. Pulls down 2-0. But other than she's hit a couple batters, but I believe only has 2 walks. Thought she only had 1. So 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 2 hit batters. Now it's 3-0. I think I jinxed her here because it's 3-0. The bottom of the order has done a lot of the damage for Mount Anthony. Although 4 of those runs again came in the 4th inning with only 1 hit. Here's a strike down the middle. Springfield had a little bit of a tough time defensively, and a couple of balls were hit in tough spots that made it difficult. But, other than that 1 inning, it's been pretty clean. 3-1 is upstairs in ball 4. So that's my jinx there. Walk number 3 for Belial, and Cabellia goes down to first. Mount Anthony left 6 in the first 3 innings, but has only left 2 since, so they've left 8 overall. Brings up Billard, who's 1 for 3. That one bounced, so it's ball 1. Grounded to short, flown to right. She hit that ball pretty hard, and then a single to lead off the 5th. One is upstairs, 2-0. Again, softball pitching is not, quite as stressful as baseball pitching, but it is the first time they've done this in a while. There's not nothing. There's a grounder to short. Clark should have a play somewhere. Going to go to second and mute there, and that's the force there for out number 2. Maddie Clark has been busy at short today. Brings up Mascarello, who's had a good day at the plate. She singled twice and then hit her liner to Clark the last time. He stepped on second and doubled it off and hit that hard. And hits that one hard, 2 to liner. Leonard stabs that one, throws across the diamond in time. So last chance coming up from Springfield. They trail 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. And if you just tuned in, Sophie Berryhill has faced 19 Springfield hitters and retired 18 of them. The only run to that reach base is a walk from Tori Otis in the 2nd inning. She will face the heart of the Springfield order here in the 7th. 2, 3, 4 scheduled to hit. Clark, Belial, and Streeter. And it looks like they all have bats as far as I can see. One of the things, the game's hour and 13 minutes old. How long does it take to drive here from Mount Anthony? Oh, that's it? Yeah, it's not okay. So I was gonna say that the bus ride was gonna last longer than the game, I think. We'll see. Maybe Springfield might have rallied them here. Again, stranger things have happened. They've hit a couple balls hard in the last couple innings. They get one on, you never know what happens here. But right now, they're just looking for their first hit. They're looking for their first hit since 2019 here, Springfield. But good news is they got one at some point. It's been a Berryhill's day so far today. So Clark leading it off. First pitch outside, ball 1. Ooh, came inside with that one. Zipped by Clark's head. 2-0. Again, as I said before, Berry Hill has been right around the zone pretty much all day, with the exception of a little stint there in the second inning when she walked Tori Otis. So popped up, hit it hard, but it's going to be right at the center fielder, I believe, who makes the catch. Allie George makes the play out there. Got a lot on that one, but hit it kind of straight up in the air a little bit. And George made the play in pretty deep center field. Again, hard to tell without a softball fence and how deep it was. I don't think that would have had home run distance anyway, but it was hit pretty well. Told the fence is 250, so it was about 160, 170, 180. Belial swings to the first pitch for strike one. Berry Hill did not strike out the side yet. It's popped up. Might be playable. No, it's going to be out for strike two. Right on top of us there. If you could hear that one. 0-2. Berry Hill has 11 strikeouts, but has mixed them up. She had 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, and then 2 more in the sixth for her 11. Now the 0-2. Outside corner, strike 3. Make that 12 strikeouts. At least 1 in every inning. And we are down to our last out. We don't want to jinx her, but we can say that Berry Hill has allowed only 1 base runner, and it was a walk so far. Streeter has struck out and grounded third. Line drive to short, and it's caught, and that will do it. So again, Springfield goes 1, 2, 3. Sophie Berry Hill, only 1 walk short of a perfect game, ends with a no-hitter. Only 1 base runner for Springfield the whole day, and Mount Anthony wins this one 5-0. It makes it quick to wrap things up. So again, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. And that's pretty much the way it went all day. Mount Anthony finishes with 5 runs on 7 hits. They didn't get any in the 7th inning. Springfield had 4 errors, and Mount Anthony left 9 on base. So we don't have much of a post game here, so we're going to wrap things up from Springfield. Mount Anthony wins 5-0. Please tune in. You know, we'll have all the kinks worked out for the second game, which is next Wednesday, I believe, right? We're here, I believe we're back next Wednesday here to get the next game. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.